السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد نبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Dear brothers and sisters, I welcome all of you back with your with the program Fatwa Life. And this is the first part that comes to you in December 15th. That comes to you from the Medical Center Islamic Society in Houston, Texas. The first question: my husband died, and we were in. My husband died, and we were in different state. And after his death, we were forced to leave the state to go somewhere else. The house is under his name, but it needs a lot of repairs. I have 3 kids. Can I use the money to fix that house? Or does it have to be divided first? Until, well, if the person died, then the estate went to the inheritance. And if your kid's still young, and you are the guardian for them, you are the person that Allah Azza wa Jal said that you do not come close to the money of the orphans until they get strong or get older. So may Allah Azza wa Jal enable you to use what is better, and this is for their interest. It is better than to leave the house unprepared. Maybe it if you don't fix it now, it's gonna cost more in the future to fix. But my sister, there is other lawful things that you have to do. There's someone who live in the East, there is courts that look, and they are the one who look into the inheritance. In the West is different form. There is the law that you have to go to the expert in the law who will tell you how these things are transferred. And I ask Allah Azza wa Jal to guide you to the best and to enable you to take the trust in the best way. Following question: I married a person and we did not have intercourse nor were isolated. He lives outside. I found out that he's always drinking alcohol, and I found that he speaks very hard because he is still drunk. He understands what I'm saying. I don't want that marriage. Every time I ask him to divorce, he divorced me. Does it happen when he is intoxicated and he understands what and he did not lose his senses? Do I take the majority opinion that the divorce happened to avoid the courts and other problems? I hope you don't take me to a different answer. Well, my sister, this is a dispute between two. I only heard from one part of it, and you do not make a judgment until you hear from both. I cannot, from a distance, and from your own opinion, your own version of the story, to make the decision on his mental state whenever he said the divorce. Is he irresponsible for what he did, or is he responsible? This needs more questions that have to be from the local mufti who could interact with him, who's going to speak to him, and he will get the details to make the fatwa. But in general, the divorce does not happen when someone is intoxicated. If it is proven he is intoxicated. But how he get to that level of intoxication, that will not make him a divorcee. If it happens when he was divorced, it needs someone who can speak to him, who will know the situation whenever he did and his mental and when that's happened. I cannot tell you from a distance to make a decision on that. Ask Allah Azza wa Jalla to make it easy for you and to give you the guidance and to help you in whatever is pleases Allah and to enable you to do the best of deeds. Final question. I'm a Muslim in Canada. I work in a company that makes with men. I work my hijab. I talk to them about Islam. I talk about Ramadan, our Eids. I bring them dates and sweets. Can I invite the Muslims in a? Do I get sent because I'm working in a place like this until my family comes? Because I live by myself. Can a woman be a doctor and teach students, men and women? Can a woman to tell her story about Islam in on that? Well, my daughter, there's nothing wrong of what you are saying if you are guaranteed or like you're sure or secure that you're not gonna have affliction on your religion and practicing your religion. And there is a decision about working outside the Muslim countries or any place outside the Muslim countries. The woman can work outside Muslim countries to talk in universities to both men and women because of her expertise about what she is lecturing or because she is that's her job within the Shara, which is the guidelines, which is to avoid makeup, extra makeup, or uh, privacy with the other sex, or to and you could participate in TV shows that are seen by both men and women, and to even be in a televised da'wah programs with stressing to avoid uh, the tabarruj, the extra makeup, which is really is what been happening lately. And the Muslim who is making da'wah, she have to do all her efforts to have the highest degree scientifically to do the da'wah and the best form and fashion. And she could do it with no lack of duties toward her husband if she's married. A final question. I work in a farm agricultural farm, and I know they're going to produce that product is going to produce alcohol, please. Is that can I work or no? If this specify to do the agriculture for the on the alcohol companies, that is not allowed. Just like you cannot give to sell the grapes to someone who's gonna make wine out of it, or the weapons to someone who's gonna kill with it, or the iron if you're going to build the bill for churches or places that don't have partners with Allah. But if this is this company, it happened to be that's not one of their major customers, then you can, with the purification or the percentage that you think that is forbidden in this work, and try to find some alternative work. Final question. I'm a veterinarian. I have a cat in front of my clinic, and I feed her. One of my friends asked me for the cat so he could chase rats. do I force him to feed her and do not harm her with given bones or fat, and to treat her if she's sick? Well, you have to combine between helping your friend and also to take care of the cat. Some of the things uh, you cannot ask for more than one person can do. It is good to ask him not to have fat in the food or the bones. That is very hard to force. Try to get it as close as possible. You give the advice, and that's it. May Allah, inshallah, enable you to do the best of work. Final question. I work in a company, government company. I'm responsible for the meters, the electric meters and gas and water. I have instructions. Any apartment or house that has uh, zero consumption, to add uh, consumption, saying that there is like some uh, that they have to have some kind of usage, and this is not of a problem with the meters nor with the customers' usage. But there is no use. They said if he need to prove that the apartment is closed, and I see this is extreme with the customers. Some of the customers could not bring that certificate. What do I do? Do I follow the company or just leave that whole position? So, my daughter, I hope that Allah bless you in your concern about your work. Allah ordered the believers what He ordered the messengers to eat from what is good. And originally, in the leaders to be kind to them. And in the hadith, oh Allah, whomever took a position of my followers and he made it hard, make it hard on him. And whomever took a position on them and he was kind and lenient with them, oh Allah, be lenient with him. So I tell you, my daughter, maybe your place in that place will participate in reducing the harm. The Sharia is to bring the best of interest and to reduce the worst of harms and to reduce it. And what you cannot stop it completely, you don't leave it all, because you have to bring the best of goodness and to reduce the worst of evil. So try to do your best and do what you can, prevent any harm that you know that it is wrong, and what you can't, deny it with your heart. And I hope that you have the uh, permission of those who have no choice. The following question: I'm a widower and I have two kids, and I don't have a sustenance. A man came and asked for my hand. He is an imam of a masjid. My father refused. That this man is married and he's not rich. He said, if you want to marry, leave your kids with, and I will find someone who could I like. And I like that man because I could trust him on my kids, and he's going to be good. So I told my mom that I like that one, but my father refused, and he is going to write the apartment in my name. And my brothers and my uncles, they live with him, and he spends on them. So their decision with his. If I married that one with witnesses, a contract and a dowry. Is that accepted? My daughter, no marriage without the guardian, and has to be in the relatives from the father's side. The fathers, the sons, the brothers, then the uncles. The Ahnaf, they disagreed. They allowed the woman who reached the puberty uh, uh, to accept her, and this is what is accepted in most of the courthouses in the East. And the girl should not stop his daughter from marrying the one who is capable unless without a good reason. If he stop her without a good Islamic reason, and the one who follow him also is refusing, then it will go to the ruler at the hadith if they dispute, and the sultan is the one who is gonna guardian of those who have no guardian, and whomever went to a necessity, he could follow those who are allowed. So if they all disagreed from marrying you, from that man, that you accepted for his religion and his manners, and you see he is suitable for you, so I hope there's nothing wrong. Either to marry yourself as the Hanafi madhab, but what is prior that you go to the court or the one of the fatwa area, they will probably help you in that matter and they will marry you themselves. The third question, in our city we have the Jum'ah 3 times that stay continue until almost Asr. What is the time that are forbidden to sell and buy in that condition? Whomever read the Jum'ah, then he can sell and buy. So those who read, خلاص, they don't have to, and those who do not pray, they still required to stop the selling until they pray Jum'ah. Allah said, "Oh, who you believe? If it is called for the prayer of Jum'ah, then go for the remission of Allah and leave the sale." The final question is: the inheritance through the trust, is that Islamically halal? Yes, if it is to protect the inheritance, the state that unlawful laws could get to it, or it will lose money on taxes. So if the money is left in that place, if in the West, the hospital, they ask the mother for the natural uh, milk, or like the milk. Is it allowed? Well, if it is necessary, yes. And what do we do in the marriage? Well, I mean, they follow the rules. And she said, "Well, we want to uh, marry this kid later on, and we don't know who is this mother from the breastfeeding. And the replacement is the formula or the artificial milk. Is that more garden? Yes. I mean, If you're in the West and you don't think is and you're looking for a Muslim, it should be you're in the gray area. But if you are more guardian to use the artificial yogurt, I mean milk, it's not going to harm the child. From the inheritance of Fatima Ali, I married and my daughter, how she cannot find off our head. Who told you that it has to be from the household of the Rasul for the marriage to be effective? You looked and you looked for someone who's more suitable for you, but it's not a required. It's not a requirement. The Muslim with the religion and the character is can marry anyone from any place. It is the religion and the character what matters. What is but the rule of insurance, life insurance, with work and he pay monthly and what's the inheritance after death? The life insurance, it is agreed on all the fiqh committees that is forbidden because it's the risk in it is too much unless it's given from the work and you are not part of it. That is allowed. But the guarantees for the wife and kids after death, Allah said, let those who fear if they leave offspring, they are weak, they are afraid for them, let them fear Allah and let them say righteous and good thing. Do the brothers in breastfeeding, is it do they inherit? No, it has to be in the direct brothers. So we come to the conclusion of the first part. Inshallah, we'll continue in a couple of hours. I hope that you'll join us. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.